Hey everyone, this is Royal with Paternity University, and in this video, I'm going to talk about what to expect in your second year operating a DNA paternity testing business. So I talk a lot about how to start, your first year, how to get your first test, what to expect, etc. But I haven't really talked about what happens in the second year and what I've seen what happens to my students in the second year of operation. So without further ado, let's talk about it. In the second year is when you start to see a little bit more dynamic customer experiences, dynamic customer service experiences. For example, in your second year, you're probably going to get your first chargeback, right? So someone's going to take a test. They may not like the results of the test, and then they want to run a chargeback. Or maybe somebody used somebody else's credit card to get the test done. Whatever situation it is, you're probably going to experience your first chargeback. And normally is going to be for a prenatal paternity test that's $1,600. You charge the client $1,600. They're going to do a chargeback through their bank. The bank's going to put funds on hold, however it happens, right? Now, the way to alleviate that solution or to prepare for that solution is to have your own consent form, which I provide in the course in the resources folder. So that consent form talks about your refund process. However you want to do it, you can customize it, but that would then protect you in case of a chargeback that normally happens to my students in that second. That happened to me in my second year. I got a chargeback, right? I actually lost that one because I didn't have a very good consent form. That's why I created it, and that is why it's in the course. The second thing you'll start to see in your second year is post-mortem testing. Post-mortem testing is deceased paternity testing. So if the alleged father has passed away, maybe, his remains are still in the morgue, or his body is at the funeral home, paternity needs to be established because it was not established when he was still alive. And there's some insurance payout, there's some money involved, there's social security benefits, etc. Usually students in the second year of operation will get their first call about a post-mortem test. I think the universe just conspires for second year students to experience that. That's not something that normally my first year students, within a month or so of operation, they're experiencing that. So I go into that in the course. My mom is pretty much the expert on post-mortem paternity testing, and I have an entire module dedicated to that in the course. I don't really talk about that on my YouTube. And then also in the second year, students really start to experience that growth. The first year or so, there were some months where the testing was okay, revenue was okay. But in that second year is when you start to see that jump of revenue, that first big jump. Like, oh, I just had my first $10,000 month or my first $7,000 month in sales. And that's when that starts to really kind of pick up in your second year. But the thing is, you got to get to your second year to start off. So to all my first year folks, to all my folks who are watching this brand fresh new on YouTube, just coming across my YouTube page, you got to start and you have to not quit. To get to your second year, you have to not quit in your first year. So chargebacks, negative customer experiences, post-mortem testing, and then a escalation of your sales is what you're going to start to see in that second year. So be prepared for it. I provide the resources for it in Paternity University. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I have more content coming. Thank y'all so much. Like, comment, subscribe, share as you always have been. And until next time, peace.